Hey folks, it's Mary, aka MercyTriumphs, and this is Slow Crochet. Today I am going to take you on a little yarny adventure over the last couple of months, over the months of November and December in 2024, and show you the different times that I've acquired yarn. So some of this was from companies I had never ordered from before. Some of it was just your basic big box store, small yarn hauls. Some of y'all that have been around for a bit know that I don't really work from a huge yarn stash. I don't really do big yarn hauls, but every time I do acquire a little bit of a piece of something, I know that it has like a dedicated purpose for it. Maybe it's a yarn that I really have wanted to try out before, and maybe it's something that I have a purpose in mind, a project in mind. So with that in mind, I'm going to jump you to different pieces of the past, and you can see and share my joy as I go over the yarn that I've acquired. Hey folks, I'm back. It is November 21st and I'm recording this because I just got in the mail my very first ever Knit Picks order, and I wanted to share it with you guys in the hopes that this will go into some kind of montage in the future when I can bring my channel back. Yay! So if you're seeing this, yay, I'm excited. Y'all know me, I'm always excited. I saw another YouTuber just pop up, someone that I don't even subscribe to, just some random like yarn channel. And it was featuring a Knit Pick sale, which was the $2, $4, $6 sale. I think that was only happening for a few days, but apparently the company does this every year. And it's not just Knit Picks, but also I think crochet.com or We Crochet. Anyhow, I availed myself of some of that yarn. I thought that would be a really great time to go ahead and just go for it. And I did have some funds set aside for that. So my guiding principle was thinking about what are some things that I need to fill in my wardrobe? What are some holes? And right now it is cute little cardigans. My very favorite cardigan ever, which was store-bought. I misplaced that, cannot for the life of me relocate it. I'm sure it is gone for good. So what am I to do? I am going to make some new cardigans for myself, and I was thinking of some colors that were really gonna be nice neutrals that are gonna blend well. So when I went to the Knit Picks website, I chose some fibers that I thought would be wonderful, and I just took a risk. So let's get into the box. I'll show you what I got. I did ask that they would ship in plastic just in case it sat in the rain for a minute. Thankfully, that has not been the case right now, but some of this is in plastic. I went ahead and got 10 of the balls of yarn. That was the most that you could get unless you went to Knit Picks and crochet.com. I just did 10 balls of these yarns thinking that these would be enough to make a beautiful project. The first thing I went for, this is Memento DK weight. It is 116 yards. It's 50 grams. It's 100% Pima cotton. The color is 4921. And yeah, I decided that it would be really great to have a little navy blue cardigan. That would be a good kind of transitional piece in between seasons, and it would go with a lot of different things. I wear a lot of jeans, especially in the winter months. So when it's getting cooler, yeah, I'm kind of a jeans and cute top or t-shirt kind of gal. So yeah, navy blue, got 10 of those of the Memento. It is, I think it's a pretty good DK weight. It looks like it might be a little bit splitty. It's a little bit loosely spun, but I think it's gonna work out really well for me. So I'm excited for that one. So 10 of those. The next thing I got was Upcycle Alpaca Blend. So this is something I've had my eye on for a while, and I was interested in it. I've seen other people feature it. I got 10 of them. This is categorized as a 2-weight yarn. And this one is the color Oyster. So I think they had a lot of really wonderful kind of neutral colors of this, and over time I guess they're not gonna bring it back because they've just been clearancing them all out. This I'm sure was $2 a ball. Again, I got 10 of them. It is 273 yards or 100 grams, and this is 33% alpaca, 34% wool, and 33% acrylic. Lighter weight yarn here is kind of it is a sport weight, a 2-weight yarn. I think it's really pretty, and I really do like that color of brown. It's gonna be a really nice kind of heathery kind of brown, kind of a mushroom color. It's hard to say if it's more of a gray or a yellow, warmer undertone to that brown, but really pretty. I think it'll be really wonderful worked up. into a nice little cardigan. I have some patterns in mind already, just anticipating getting these yarns. So 10 of the upcycle alpaca. And then the last thing I got 10 of this one. This is Andean Treasure DK weight, and this is the color Meridian Heather. So this is like here's the navy of the memento. It's definitely more of a gray black blue, but it's still that dark navy. This one, I think on camera is showing up a little bit brighter than in person, but maybe, you know, the lighting is kind of different, but you can definitely see the difference in the blues. So this one is 100% baby alpaca. This is also classified as a 2 weight, but I think it's more of the DK weight here. I think these two are a bit more similar. It's definitely fluffier than the upcycle alpaca down there. So yeah, this is Meridian Heather, 110 yards, 50 grams. I'm looking forward to this. This will also be a nice cardigan for me. And so that way I'll have the lighter weight navy. I'll have the warmer kind of navy blue, kind of dark indigo denim, really, really beautiful. And then I'll have the nice neutral brown as well. I did get 2 other balls of yarn because I was thinking this would be a happy little hat for myself. This is Snowbank. This is City Tweed Aran weight, the colorway Snowbank. It's 55% merino wool, 25% superfine alpaca, and 20% Donegal tweed. Donegal. I'm not sure. Someone from the UK, please tell me how to pronounce that properly. This one is a 4 weight, and so it's kind of a loosely twisted. It's kind of a lighter side of a 4, I'd say. 164 yards, 100 grams. The color is Snowbank. And with 2 of those, I thought it would be nice to have a happy little white hat. So I am probably going to do the forest green hat. That's a hat that I do quite frequently, and I have that in several colors. Really love how it turns out. In fact, I have a gray tweed in that as well. But even if it's a little bit bigger, it'll fluff up really nicely. I like that hat a little bit more due to the structure that it has, but really I'm oscillating between that one and the Seafarer's cap in the hats that I'm working on currently. Spoiler alert in case I do anything that shows you what I've been working on. But anyway, that is my crochet.com yarn haul. So total 32 balls of yarn, 1 hat, and 3 soon-to-be cardigan sweaters. And yeah, it came out to be right at $100 and some change. I don't think I paid for shipping because I went over the shipping threshold. And I think in terms of like 3 nice cardigans and a hat, even if you broke that down, even if you said like that'd be like $30 for a cardigan approximately, if you said maybe these were like a $10 hat. So that's not the exact math, but I am really glad that I got these. I'm excited to start working with them. I need to finish up some more projects, as you always do before you start new ones, but I'm looking forward to putting these into motion and maybe even having an opinion on knit picks. Like so far, I'm liking what I see. I'm liking what I feel. I'm liking the quality of these yarns. I think they're going to work up really beautifully, and I'm excited to get started. So I will catch you in my next little clip. Hey folks, it is November 23rd, and I just wanted to pop in here. At this point, I realize I am recording with the hopes of doing a big montage, so we're just gonna roll with that. I was out and about doing some Christmas shopping today, and I picked up some yarn at Joann's. So I wanted to show you guys what I got. I actually got some of this a little bit earlier because I do like to keep up with Joann's flyers. You kind of get a sense for what there tends to be in terms of their sales. They usually don't stack coupons on top of sales, but for one of these orders, I was able to do like a stacking of coupons, I think. And for the other one, I did so as well. So some of it is Christmas yarn. I'm going to show you that real quick. I did get 2 of each of these. I got the Big Twist 100% acrylic. I got it in the color Get Merry and Let's Mingle. So it kind of has that like washed heathered look. It is like a medium pink, a kind of fuchsia-ish red, and then the colors of green. One of them is like a yellowy spring green, and one of them is like a blue undertone, like a forest green. And there's kind of like a pale pink. There's not really a white in there. But I really liked that. I think what I want to do is make maybe like a hat and scarf set with this to donate. I think it's going to work up really beautifully. The other one that I got is called Merry Mingle. And it's really funny, actually. I'm looking at the die lot numbers. This one is die lot number 5, and this one is number 3. So limited time only, I'm sure. But this yarn, again, it's the Big Twist Value, 100% acrylic. It's kind of a creamy color. It's not white. It's like an off-white. And then on the interior, it's kind of a red hot pink. And a little bit of how that plays out, like turns into like a lighter pink, like a medium pink. And then the greens in here are more yellow undertone. One of them is like a little bit of a darker green, and then it goes into that lighter. So again, these two, I don't know that I'm going to do a hat and scarf set per se. There are some little Christmas ornaments I think I want to make out of this. I think it would be really interesting to see how the colors play out. And I'm hosting an event that I normally do every time around this year. And last year I had prepped some little ornaments for the attendees to this event. This year I haven't, so I'm going to get on it. And I think having this as the yarn base, I think it's going to be really adorable. So yeah, 2 of each of those. The other thing that I picked up was this K&C Superwash Wool Luxe. It's 100% fine merino wool, 215 yards, 3.5 ounces. They consider this a number 2 weight. It's roving style. I don't really consider it a 2. It looks to me more like a 3, but it's really pretty. This one is called Lavender Bloom. And this other one, the label is popped off, but it is Pothos Vine. So those 2 together I thought would make a really beautiful cowl, a really beautiful project. And actually a while ago I had taken pictures of these 2 colors together, and at some point I saw that K&C was on sale for I think 40% off. Usually with Joann sales on their yarn, it's usually like 20 or 25 or 30. 40 is pretty rare. So I wanted to go ahead and grab these. They only had 1 of these in the store. Otherwise I would have grabbed 2 because it's such a beautiful, that yellow undertone mossy green. It's one of my favorite colors. But I was really glad to find this one. So these 2 again are going to work up really lovely together. And then I was thinking actually the softness factor on here, even though this is superwash wool and this is 100% acrylic, I think they're actually pretty comparable in terms of softness. So I'm excited to get to work with these. I wouldn't put them in a project together. I'm not into mixing fibers that much. Just because also like the yarn weight is going to be slightly different, but I'm really excited to work with these. So I wanted to show y'all before I got into it, and my skeins turned into floppy messes. So yeah, that's it for me for now. I will catch up with y'all at another time in the future. See you then. Hey folks, today is December 3rd, 2024, and I just got something exciting in the mail that I wanted to share with y'all. Now, Black Friday happened about 4 or 5 days ago, and I was checking out some emails that I was getting from different yarn purveyors, and also I was checking on Instagram, and I follow a group called Knots of Love, KNOTS. I'll have them linked below, but they are a charity that makes hats for cancer patients or people that are fighting cancer. I think that's predominantly what their emphasis is, but you can find out more information linked below. But they encourage people to either knit or crochet hats for these cancer patients. And one of the ways that they raise money for their nonprofit is to, on occasion, have mystery bags. So normally I will not go in for a mystery bag, but for this one, in the past, I've seen people like Crystal over at Bag A Day Crochet. I've seen her open them, and she's gotten some really interesting things. But the other thing that was included in this mystery bag was a clover crochet hook, which would be ergonomic to some degree. I've never even owned one of those, so I thought that would be an interesting thing to get. It would be great to support a good cause. So I got one mystery bag, and I'm here to open it with you. It just arrived today, so I'm excited to get into it. I did pre-open it, but we will see what we have. It says, "Thank you, Mary. Thank you for making a difference." Very, very sweet. Okay, so what do we have in here? First, we have this little gift bag, and inside here All right, so this is a Clover size G hook. So I've never in my life used a hook with this kind of handle before. So I thought that would be really great to try it out. So it looks like it's maybe an acrylic hook. Take a better look. Yeah, so it does have a slightly kind of grippy handle. It's not like a Clover Amour. I know those are really popular. And it doesn't seem like it's too bad in terms of the feel of like the plastic coming together. It's not too noticeable there. But yeah, we'll see how that goes because I hold my hook kind of like this, right? That's not even your standard pencil grip. And I always like to have like a finger here to kind of help keep my loops in place. So yeah, maybe there will be an upcoming video featuring this. So yeah, excited to try that out. Also just love on a separate note, these little bags are reusable. There's nothing printed on here, so this would be a cute gift bag for someone in the future. Different bag here. Okay, so this one is branded Knots of Love, so cute little drawstring project bag there. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is cute. This is Cascade Yarns Cherub Aran. And there are a few little strings on that. I think that's just because this is kind of like a rough weave bag. But anyway, yeah, this is a 4-weight. It's 55% nylon, 45% acrylic, 100 grams, 240 yards. This would make a really great little hat. Okay, so nylon acrylic blend. It calls for a size H up to a size J hook, so a 5.0 to a 6.0 millimeter hook. And this one being a 4.0 millimeter, so not quite what we would go for here. But hey, if I wanted to do a hat for the organization, this would be a great one for it. This one is the color 16, so it's just like a pale kind of lavender, typical light purple. Next thing I got, what is this? Ooh. All right, Cherub Aran, same thing. This is color 103, so the exact same specs. Super soft and a little bit fuzzy. Those would be really sweet together. Okay, so 2 of those. I really don't use a whole lot of purple, so that's kind of fun. I'm gonna save the last yarn for last, but I do want to show, do have a happy little tape measure here, which retracts just with the button there. This is gonna be super handy. I only have one tape measure, if you can believe it, and it's one I've had for years and years, so it'll be nice to have an extra one on hand. And then is there anything else in here? Information about their program. And you can see some of that there as well. Yay, okay. I think that's it, except for my last yarn. Ooh, okay. So this is Cascade Yarns Cherub Aran Prince. So again, same spec, same nylon acrylic blend. This one is 240 yards. Yeah, so okay, so they are all 240 yards and they're all in these shades of purple. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's going to be a lot of fun working with these. I think I'll try to figure out some kind of like hat and scarf set. What I've been doing around Christmas this year is I've been picking up a couple of skeins of yarn here and there, just acrylics or easy care yarns, and I've been working them up for donations locally, trying to do like a hat and a scarf. So I have, I think, 3 hat and scarf sets that I'm thinking of right now, but this will be a nice 4th. So yay. What do I think of my mystery bag? It was $20 and I'm not sure. I mean, obviously with a mystery bag, like you can get all kinds of different things. I think this was probably a pretty intentional mystery. I think, you know, it's wonderful that these are all this same yarn, but different colors. They're coordinated, they go together. But that's kind of the fun of it, is to try something new and see what happens. So I've never worked with this before, and I'm excited I get the opportunity now too, and to also have been able to support a good cause. Plus the extras, whether the little project bag or the little gift bag, or even the hook and the measuring tape, that's super helpful too. So I do think I got my money's worth. Oh, sorry about that. I want to show you too. Here's kind of the colors of how that works up. So you have like a pale marled green. I think this is a little shadowy here, but it goes from a green to like a purple, blue, and kind of a gray. I think that's gonna be really pretty. So we'll see how that works up. I could probably get a scarf out of this. Maybe a scarf, we'll see. Hey folks, it is December 7th, 2024, and we are smack in the middle of all the Christmasing things happening. What I really want to talk to you about today is some mail that I got. I did a little tiny bit of Black Friday shopping, and there are some benefits to being on some yarn companies' mailing lists. You do get a sense, in my opinion, you can get a sense of what standard prices are for yarn. And so when things actually go on sale, you might be a little bit more informed on that. There's a company that I've been subscribed to their emails for a while. It's called Expression Fiber Arts. And I watch them because every once in a while they'll put out some free patterns that are only free for maybe the first few weeks to a month. And so if they are free there, I'll go ahead and download them and think about them for a future date. And that's really why I try to keep up with them. They are a beautiful kind of hand-dyed yarn. A lot of people know them already, but all that to say, I've never actually ordered from them until I saw a Black Friday deal, and I thought now is my time. So finally, my order arrived. It's a small one, but I wanted to make sure that I shared it with y'all because I miss you. It's true. I miss y'all. Life is super busy, but yeah, I do have this little bit of a moment to share with y'all. So what did I get? First of all, here's the package. I slit it open. I did not cut the yarn. And here's the packaging, that beautiful blue. When life is rough, make soft things. And yes, Expression Fiber Arts, a positive twist on yarn. Ooh, okay. Do I have a packing slip? No, I don't think I do. Might be in here. This is what I got. This is definitely a little bit darker than it showed on the screen, but that's okay. It's still, I think it's gonna be a really great color. I got Anything is Possible Confident DK. This is 100% superwash wool. It's 251 meters, 275 yards per 100 gram hank. Okay, so this is a yarn that I think was fairly affordable to begin with, but it ended up being, I think, 50% off the regular price when I got it. And I thought, DK weight, that's going to be really beautiful to work with. And I was thinking actually of making some more shawls. I have some sweater quantities of yarn and I wanted some shawl quantities. So I got 3 hanks. These were originally $15 a hank, and there was a coupon code for a very short amount of time for 50% off of that. So instead of paying $45 for these hanks, I paid $22.50, and then I had, I think, like $7 shipping. So I thought 3 hanks of superwash wool. Now it's not superwash merino, and I do think that there is some kind of component. I don't know that these are recycled per se, but I think that they're kind of like leftover fibers, so like they're using everything, not just the things that get spun into other things. So I think there is some kind of ecological component to this yarn. But yeah, I believe the color is actually Confident. It's kind of a rust orange, kind of like a foxy red. It's that it's definitely not a red per se. You could call this a pumpkin orange. And if you look into it, there's kind of not just one solid color in here. You kind of get some hints of deeper tones and lighter tones in there. It's not tonal exactly the way that maybe a Malabrigo might be, but kind of. So I think when this works up, it's going to have some real depth. It's not just one flat color, but it's going to be really lovely. I have been trying to think about the colors that I'm wearing a little bit more, and so this color to me, it seemed a little bit brighter than some of the others. I think because these yarns are made from a variety of fibers, or at least like the leftover fibers, I think they probably have some specific parameters on the colors that they can be dyed. Maybe they're over dyed, something like that. And so some of the other colors were a bit more muted and a little bit dusty undertoned, but this one had a warm undertone, so I thought I would try that, thinking like this would actually be something that I don't already have in my wardrobe, and it's kind of stepping outside my standard. It's a little bit autumnal, but I think it also could be bright enough with those undertones in there to work for spring as well. So yay, I'm excited to start working with these. The yarn itself is pretty soft, and I think it's a good DK weight, maybe a little bit thin for a DK, maybe a thinner side of DK, or maybe right in the middle. we'll have to see. But I'm really glad that I got these, and yeah, I'm so thankful that I was able to finally see what expression fiber arts would be like. So yay! One other thing I did get in the mail, I just want to show ever so briefly. A Christmas card. This is from Ella over at No Catchy Name. I sent her a Christmas card. I didn't say that I would, I just sent it, and hopefully she was surprised, but she did send me one back. So thank you, Ella. I like to display the Christmas cards that we receive in our kitchen. I have a doorway that will always put all the Christmas cards up, and so over the course of the month it just fills up more and more and more, and so when you look in that direction you see all the love. So I'm going to read this off camera and I will put that up real soon. So thank you, Ella, and thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I will catch you in my next clip. Merry Christmas. I just wanted to jump on here, y'all, and show you the little bit of yarn that I did get for Christmas. I generally do the Christmas shopping for our family, and so usually if I pick up like a skein or two of yarn in November or December, I'll just wrap it up and put it under the tree for me to Mom from Mom. But I did get a Red Heart Super Saver in retro stripe. I got a refresh on that because I was running low on this. It's good to have a ball of that on hand. And then also I got from Joann's Lucky Brand 50% cotton and 50% superwash merino. It is 224 yards, about 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, just in the color black. And this is a 4-weight yarn. And I'm really excited to use this. I did make a black hat pretty recently, but I didn't remember to do the short rows at the crown of the hat, so probably I will use this to make an actual black hat just to have in my stash to go along with all my other hats. I have so many kind of the same style, but it's good to have a good black hat to go with outfits. And speaking of black, I went to my local Yarny thrift store and I picked up, well, not only a size F, a 3.75 vintage boy hook. It says boy in, it's not in script, but it does say USA on there. So I have a spare of this. Love it in one of my favorite colors of green. And then the yarn is... it's by Plymouth Yarn. It is Alpaca Prima, luxury alpaca brand. And this is a fingering weight yarn. It's 100% alpaca. It is 100 grams, 363 yards. I think what I want to do with these is make some fingerless mitts. It's a good, well, it feels kind of thick actually for a fingering weight. Maybe it's more of a sport weight, but I think this will be fine enough for me to have some little mitts for my hands to keep toasty warm. And then this hook will be just the right size for it. So those ended up in my stocking from me to me. So that was a huge joy. Now, I did want to take a short minute real quick because one of my relatives ended up going to Australia, and part of our Christmas was a few little mementos from there. So first of all, this is for all of my Australians out there. Maybe this is to Lee, this is to Litza, this is to, let's see, who else? Gary, you're from Australia. Some of these things that I received made me think of y'all immediately, so I want to honor y'all and just tell me what you think of these. So the first thing I was given was the Ultimate Australian Cookbook. So let me know, y'all who are from Australia, what are some of your favorite dishes? I'm looking in here, I'm seeing a lot of pies, I'm seeing a lot of lamb, all kinds of different recipes here. So actually, I don't think I've ever cooked lamb. I love to cook, but I've never cooked lamb. It's just not something that is typically found around here. You can find it, but it's not as common as beef or pork or chicken. So it looks like jam donuts, Anzac biscuits, what else? Honey jumbles, ooh, lemon pepper squid. Okay, I probably won't do that one just because we were about 9 hours on the road from our nearest ocean. I try not to do a lot of seafood just because it travels so far to get to me. But yeah, all kinds of interesting things. But anyway, excited to look through this. And yeah, I would love to hear what are some of your favorite recipes. Maybe I could find them in here. The other thing that I was sent was a whole lot of Australian sweets. So of these, let me know what y'all's favorites are. We have musk sticks. So that should be interesting. I'm not sure if these are like a bubblegum flavor, if they're more of a natural flavor. I'm not sure, but we'll have to get into these, see what those are like. Let me know if you like those. We have our Tim Tams. Those look delicious. Violet crumble. Mmm, so honeycomb candy inside. This one is chai spice cocoa tea. So this looks interesting. So black tea, but also with cocoa shells in it, as well as some other things like cloves and ginger and cardamom and some other spices. And then we have a variety of things here. We've got cherry ripe. We have Freddo. We have Wallaby. These are all from, looks like Cadbury's. And is there anything else? Oh yes, Caramello Koala. So I'm excited. I will be thinking of all of my Australian friends as we get into these. I will not be eating all of them. The children will be going through them along with me, I'm sure, and we will try to space them out over time. Y'all, it's a beautiful day outside. I'm going to say goodbye to you right now, and we're going to go out and get some fresh air and sunshine. It's like in the 60s right now here in Middle Tennessee in Nashville. So last year it was around 0 degrees. It can vary kind of widely, but I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. I'm going to get back to the family now, and I will see you soon. So if this happens to be the last part of my video, of my little montage over time, then thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed, who has liked, who has commented, everyone who's hung out there with me while I've been on hiatus. And I really do appreciate you. And if for whatever reason I'm not your cup of tea, thank you so much for listening this long. I really do appreciate you. And I do hope I'll see you again soon. Bye.